Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day, and a special shout out to all my subscribers and listening from Montreal, Canada. Thanks for joining Isaac W's channel and your online life coach for joy, happiness, success, and you name it. We are ready finally, after all these weeks, I don't even know where we're up to the secret of happiness. Number one, if you are not a busy person connected to children and you're ready to go and try this journey, I highly suggest definitely not to be done in the morning before you go to work and not even after work. The best time to do it is on the weekend when you have time. Now, there could be 50% of you or 80%, I do not know the exact numbers, that will actually enjoy the process, that will not have any negative effects. On the contrary, it will be only blissful and beautiful. But yet I know from my experience over 3 decades that some people, when they go into the amygdala and they notice the bad viruses, they get very, very overwhelmed. That is number one. Number two, have your lover, your spouse, or a good friend know what you are going to do. Be proactive and tell them that you might feel overwhelmed because you're going inside of you to see what's bothering you and to see the deep lies that you have believed for so many years that might even get you angry. Like, why do I believe about this if this is not true? So you could explain to them, or they could watch the last 4 weeks of this series so they could understand, or maybe they might want to join you too. And this is just very, very phenomenal. So once you know that you're ready and you're doing it the first time, for sure, the first time you're doing it on the weekends, that you know you have time, even though it might take 5 minutes, but you have time for sort of the reaction of your body noticing the mouse in the closet after 3 months, or noticing your cut. Because as we spoke about last week or the week before, we get overwhelmed, not what is, but what we notice what is. I forgot what I was going to say. Let's go further. So here we go. So you sit down, you could do it with someone else too, you don't have to do it by yourself. You could sit down with yourself and you try a very, very, very simple, you try something very, very simple. You sit in a very, very comfortable place. And what you do, this takes seconds, not 5 minutes. You close your eyes and you decide that you want to notice one breath going inside of you and notice the breath coming out. It doesn't matter if you do through your nose, through your mouth, there's no special technique. So what you're doing is you're focusing, maybe for the first time in years, for a moment on you. Not because I'm hungry, or not because I have to shower, not because of something else. For no reason, you're focusing on you. And you're focusing on the internal part of you. So it's not you're looking on your hand to see if it's nice, if it's not nice. You're focusing on something deeper than just the skin. You're focusing something on the inside of yourself, which is your lungs. For some people, they have told me it was actually difficult because they couldn't notice the air. I don't know what that means, but I trusted them. What I told those individuals is to put their hand on their belly and keep your eyes open and notice your hand go up and notice your hand go down. Doing this with so many people over so many years, what typically happens, people that are not connected, which is most of us, they cannot concentrate even on one breath. So the moment they close their eyes and they try to notice the air go in and they notice the 2 lungs expand, before they even start, they get distracted with another thought. And I tell them that's fine. And obviously they start killing themselves. Like, why can't I do something so stupid, something simple? You see where I'm going with this? This is such a complicated thing to do. Not naturally complicated, but complicated because we were disconnected from ourselves. And people right away bash them. So what I'm telling you, and what I tell all my clients, is it's okay if you try this one breath 5, 10, 15, 20 times. If that doesn't work after 10 times and you lose your patience, because what's important with this exercise is to notice one breath from beginning to end, only one breath. That's it, not 20 breaths, just one breath. So you're noticing the air come in and out. If after 10 times you lose your patience, very simple, scrap method A and go to method B. Keep your eyes open, put your hands on your belly, look down. You could do it while you're lying, while you're sitting. Look down and notice your hand go up and go down. And the only thing you could focus is on one thing. Your hand go up and down, just like you're focusing on your air going in and out. So this is exercise number 1. This is the first step. But please don't do it yet. Till next week. Because next week, I'm going to want to talk about what will happen after you do it. So I want to prepare you. But I don't like to keep you going for 10, 15 minutes. I like to keep it to 5 clips. Some weeks I know I go as close as to 10. But let's just focus on one thing at a time. This is step number 1. Step number 2, we will talk about after the first breath, through visualization of the air going in or through looking at your hand, what's the next thing that will happen and what's the next thing that you could do. See you next week. And until then, yes, now I know you could say it. Oh, did I hear you say that? Wow, I love that. I always remember that I am greater than I think I am. That was cool. Say that again. I always remember that I'm greater than I think I am. I like that. See you next week.